Welcome everybody to Let's Talk About It podcast, the platform where we talk with people, with topics, with conversations. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am recording this episode in the Bahamas right now. You can see it behind me. Beautiful weather, chilling out. I got the music in the background. Cindy's out there somewhere on the beach somewhere. I'm just here chilling. About to do this episode with you. It's Untold History with Lou J. Historical figures, history, people that has invented stuff that we all know and love today, stuff that we use, different ethnic groups and stuff like that, and private inventions and stuff like that. It's great. I love it. So this is this is part 4 of this right here. Part 1 was some black inventors we had. My part 2 was Jewish inventors. Part 3 was Latinos, Spanish inventors. This right here, part 4, is another round of black inventors of stuff that we use every day. Like I said, in the background, you probably hear some music in the background. Hope you can hear me pretty good. But, we're going to start this episode off. People on YouTube right now, please like, subscribe, comment, share. People on audio, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Please like, hit that notification button when this comes out. You'll see it. You'll hear it automatically. Let's have some historical facts today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick it off right now. Number 1, we have David Crossway. David Crossway invented and improved the boiler system. He put a new thermostat control and a new vacuum pump to have stronger ventilation into larger buildings. Right, it's the ventilation that you see in all the larger buildings. You get nice cool air, nice heat, stuff like that. His first big project was Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Banging, it was kind of cold in there sometimes, too hot. So he invented a ventilation system, make it cooler. They go through a whole building. Great for him. It's in New York City. And his invention went large scale all across the United States, all around the world. So if you're in the business world, you see the ventilation system above you. Everything is coming down, the hot air, the cool air, right there. That was that man right there. Thank you, David Crossway, for inventing that right there. And let's keep on popping this off down here in Bahamas. Beautiful day behind me. You see, if you love this episode, I was chilling out on vacation. A lot of people saying, like, why are you doing content down in Bahamas? Why not? Let's have some fun. Great view in the background. The second person I have is Alice Harper Parker. 1919. She received a patent for the first gas-powered furnace design. Now, I talked about David Crossway, who improved over the furnace system. This woman invented it, okay? In 1919, she received a patent for the first gas-powered furnace designs, taking outside cool air and recycling it into their homes. That was amazing right there. As the heat vent, you see the vents all around your house and stuff like that. She recycled that so you can get heat. She came up with the idea after years of using wood and coal in front of a warm furnace in front of it. So, when you use wood or coal, you got to sit in front of it, and you're not really getting no heat. She invented a system that flows through the vents of the whole house, though. Just like David Crossway, who invented it, they had to have the heat and cold air flow all around the large buildings. Alice H. Parker invented this furnace system so it could be in your house. So when you we turn on the thermostat and cold air, it's become an Alice H. Parker. It's African American or Black American called inventor. Stuff that we use today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to something like the EMTs. I know there's a lot of EMTs out there, first responders. Okay, let's get to the Freedom House. Freedom House Ambulance Service, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was the first emergency medical service with medical training beyond first aid kit. Now, there was EMTs, ambulance service out there back in the day, but it just had a first aid kit. This group of young African American men or black men or some black women had medical training to give you medical training right when it showed up for you. This was founded back in 1967 by all black staff. That was the first on call we had emergency. The EMTs that you see today. Okay, it was copied by other cities and trained by black staff. So it was shut down 8 years later. Don't know why it was shut down. It was a pivotal part of the EMTs of the day. The first official EMTs was with African Americans or Black Americans, 1967. They spread off their judgment, their knowledge to other people around the world, around the country, in different cities, and it went all around the world. So your EMT was founded back in 1967. They had medical training for this. Continue, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Paige of Louisiana was a black inventor who patented an airship. Like you see the little airplanes flying around. He patented an airship in 1906. Okay? His design improved stability and pulsation and control. Okay? Control. But in 1904, Paige built a full-scale model, but it mysteriously disappeared en route on the Louisiana Purchase exposition. We don't know why it disappeared, but it is what it is. But despite his setback, throughout the whole Jim Crow era, he built another one and patented it in 1906. Okay. Now Paige applied for his patent in January. The original patent in January of 1908. Okay. And was given to him in 1906. So it took 3 years to get this patent to patented the airplane. I guess it's the airplane. In 1903, the Wright brothers, they said the first flight, received it. They reported the first airplane flight in 1903. They flew it. I think they said like around 10 minutes they went in flight. It's 1903. The Wright brothers received their patent in 1904. So technically, was Paige the first one to really patent the airplane? Because he put his patent in 1903 in January, but the Wright brothers put it in the end of 03 and got it 04. And he didn't get his in 1906. So was Paige the first one? Might have been. You really don't know. Okay? Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Elizabeth Everly Wright, a pioneer in Black history. She was the founder of Voorhees University, formerly known as Denmark Industrial Institute in Denmark, South Carolina. People in South Carolina probably know where this is. Voorhees University is a historically black college, the HBCU. Okay. Plus, she helped start several schools for black children in the early 1800s. She was doing all the educational things while suffering from intestinal cancer and later passed away in 1906. So this woman was doing great things. She established the Voorhees University, one of the first HBCU schools, helped start several schools for black children. And man, all of this by going through an intestinal cancer. Later surpassed by 1906. So, Elizabeth, thank you so much for your contribution to history. I never knew about this woman, but I'm so happy that she contributed. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about Thomas Jefferson Martin. Thomas Jefferson Martin was awarded a patent in 1872 to improve the fire extinguisher. Okay, he put pipes to carry water upwards and the valves into the ceiling, acting as the sprinklers extinguish fires in the building. So when you look up in the ground, in your house or building something, you see the sprinklers up there. He's the one who invented that right there. The fire extinguisher came out years earlier, but Thomas Jefferson Martin improved it and put it in big buildings all around the country, put it in big buildings everywhere. So when you look up in your home, you got the sprinklers and stuff This African American, Black American invented this. Thomas Jefferson Martin, sprinklers. God love it. He did it. He put it out there. Thank you, Thomas Jefferson, for inventing this invention. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to Richard B. Spikes. In the 1900s, he developed and proved how to drive a car better. Okay, the first cars, as we know, was manual transmission. All right, so he invented the automatic transmission. Okay, what majority of us use today by automatic transmissions. He also came up with a couple other inventions out there, right? If you're a beer owner or work at a bar or something like that, he invented the bar tap. Like, we pull down the handle to get out the beer out the keg or something like that. He invented that. That was purchased by the Miller, the Milwaukee Brew Company, and he got a large check for that one. Man, Richard did good on that one. He also came up with the billiard cue rack. So if you like to play, the cue, not the cue stick, but the cue rack you put the balls in. He invented that for the pool table. He also invented the braking testing machine, and also went to the whole ATPS thing, the future. He also came up with the combination milk bottle opener and cover. He also invented the horizontal swing bar machine. It's crazy how much, this African-American Black man invented these things, which I did not know he invented these things. Thank you so much, Richard B. Spikes, for inventing this. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the last inventor. His name is Frederick McKinley Jones. He was the inventor and engineer of the mobile refrigeration technology, co-founder of Thermo King in the late 40s, early 50s. Now, I'm kind of grateful about this because I drive trucks for a living, and we use Thermo King trailers to keep the food cool so you guys can have more food to eat. I mean, cold food to eat, nice and fresh, keep it fresh, keep your liquids cool. He invented that right there. So, Frederick McKinley Jones, thank you so much for inventing that. He was co-founder of Thermo King, which we use those trailers every day. Keeps everything cool, refrigerated, frozen, for everybody's enjoyment. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode today. I'm gonna get back to my vacation. I just want to do a little content while I'm there. You can see how beautiful it is. I'm down here in the Bahamas right now, just chilling out, relaxing. You have to go and thing over there somewhere. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm gonna get back to it. People on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share this information out. Hit that notification button when it comes up. I definitely appreciate it. People who listen to me on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Next time on Untold History, Jay, and also let's talk about it with Jay. Everybody have a good week, good month, good day. I'm going back to my day.